True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report.
A bomb report just dropped that could change the future of our next decade. One of the biggest talents in the league has suddenly been put within our reach. Will the front office make the move that turns us into a dynasty? I have all the details. Subscribe now to the channel so you don't miss this exclusive breakdown. And welcome back to True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report, your channel for the hottest news, in-depth analysis, and exclusive information about our Los Angeles Dodgers. I'm your host, and before we dive into today's bombshell news, I want to make a quick request. If you're a true Dodgers fan and want to stay ahead of the latest developments with serious, straightforward analysis, then do yourself a favor and subscribe to our channel right now. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Your subscription is crucial for me to continue bringing quality, first-hand content to you, the best fan base in MLB. Now let's get down to business because the market is about to catch fire. And the Dodgers are right in the center of it all. The news that dropped like a bomb in the baseball world came out of Chicago. Jesse Rogers, one of the most respected insiders covering the Cubs, was straight to the point on X, formerly Twitter, when asked about the possibility of Kyle Tucker being re-signed. His answer was short, blunt, and absolutely devastating for the Chicago faithful. No, they were never going to do that. Whoever said otherwise was wrong. For us in the Dodger Nation, that statement is like music to our ears. It not only removes one of the biggest competitors from the Tucker sweepstakes, but it also opens a clear path for teams with financial power and championship ambition. And let's be honest, no team fits that description better than our Los Angeles Dodgers. Let's break down the facts. The Dodgers front office, led by Andrew Friedman, operates with a philosophy of calculated aggression. They aren't afraid to spend, but they do it intelligently, targeting generational talents who can impact the franchise for a decade or more. We saw it with Mookie Betts. We saw it with Freddie Freeman. And now, all the stars seem to be aligning for Kyle Tucker. With the likely departure of Michael Conforto, a clear and undeniable vacancy opens up in left field. We're not talking about a stopgap solution or an average player to fill out the roster. We're talking about a golden opportunity to add an elite, true five-tool player in the prime of his career. Kyle Tucker isn't just an outfielder. He's an offensive and defensive force. His combination of power at the plate discipline, speed on the bases, and a gold glove is exactly the type of profile that turns a good team into a legendary one. The financial question is, obviously, a crucial factor. Speculation is that Tucker's contract could surpass the $400 million mark, perhaps over 12 or 13 years. For 95% of MLB teams, that's a prohibitive number, a distant dream. But for the Dodgers, it's the cost of doing business at the top. Our financial structure, driven by one of the largest markets in the league and a multi-billion-dollar television deal, allows us to compete on a level that few can reach. The front office will not hesitate to blow past the luxury tax threshold if the prize is a player of Tucker's caliber. They've shown this willingness in the past, and with the championship window wide open, now is not the time to be shy about investing. Bringing Tucker to Los Angeles would be a statement of intent, a signal to the entire league that the Dodgers aren't just thinking about winning in 2026, but about dominating the National League for the next decade. The addition of Tucker to our lineup, alongside Betts, Freeman, and Shohei Ohtani, would create a historic offensive quartet, perhaps one of the most feared of all time. It's the kind of strategic move that defines dynasties, and that's why, right now, Los Angeles isn't just a suitor. We are, in my opinion, the most logical and likely destination for Kyle Tucker. Of course, the Dodgers won't be alone in this hunt. The market for a talent like Kyle Tucker always attracts other giants, and we need to be aware of the competition. Two names immediately stand out as serious threats: the New York Mets and our arch-rival, the San Francisco Giants. Let's start with the Mets. Owner Steve Cohen has the deepest pockets in all of baseball, and an almost desperate desire to turn his team into a champion. After a disappointing 2025 season, The pressure in Queens is immense to make a huge splash. With the impending departure of Pete Alonso, who has already stated he will test the market, the Mets will have a massive hole in their payroll and in the heart of their lineup. Tucker fits perfectly as the new face of the franchise, a player to build around. Cohen has already shown he isn't afraid to spend astronomical sums, and he will certainly make an aggressive offer for Tucker to try and lure him away from Los Angeles. The battle between the Dodgers' stability and winning infrastructure versus Cohen's raw financial power will be one of the most fascinating narratives of this offseason. On the other side, we have an even more troublesome threat: the San Francisco Giants. The rivalry between the Dodgers and Giants is one of the most intense in sports, and the thought of seeing Kyle Tucker in an orange and black uniform is, to say the least, disturbing. Under the new leadership of Buster Posey in the front office, the Giants have shown they are willing to abandon their old conservative philosophy and enter the fray for big names. They tried for Aaron Judge, they tried for Carlos Correa, and they made a blockbuster trade for Rafael Devers. They have the financial flexibility and the motivation to make a move that would not only strengthen their team, but directly weaken their biggest rival. A bidding war between the Dodgers and Giants for the same elite player would elevate the rivalry to a new level. San Francisco may not have the same allure as Los Angeles in terms of celebrity culture, but they have a passionate fan base and a front office determined to get back to the top. We absolutely cannot underestimate their resolve to land a blow on the Dodgers. At the end of the day, the situation is clear. The Cubs insider's statement has opened the door, and now the race for Kyle Tucker has officially begun. The Dodgers are in the pole position, with the positional need, the financial capability, and the winning culture that make them the ideal destination. However, complacency is our enemy. The competition from teams like the Mets, with their nearly infinite money, and the Giants, with their historic rivalry, will be fierce and relentless. The Dodgers' front office will need to be strategic, aggressive, and decisive to ensure that one of the best players of his generation wears Dodger blue. Now, I want to hear from you, Blue Crew. Should the front office do whatever it takes to sign Kyle Tucker? Do you think a contract worth over $400 million is worth it? And who do you see as our biggest threat in this chase? The Mets or the Giants? Leave your comments below. Thank you for watching True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report. For more exclusive analysis and breaking news like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you'll be the first to know everything about our Los Angeles Dodgers. Until next time.